Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Jonathan's Room where nerdom rules and normalcy drools. Today I'm going to be looking at Hollow World, Escape from Limbo by C. Michael McGannon. C. Michael McGannon is an independent author who is also a friend of mine. He writes books with his dad. He writes the Charlie Sullivans in the Monster Hunters series. Got my tongue tied a little bit there. He has also written Yokai Tales, and he has written Chaos Obsidiary. He has written those with his dad, DC McGannon. Um, they also do a podcast called The Monster Guys. They are known as the Monster Guys, and they go to like comic conventions, other conventions, and sell their books up there. They are some of the coolest, nicest guys I have ever met. Um, and like I said, today I am talking about Michael's book, Hollow World, Escape from Limbo. And this one he has actually written by himself without his dad. So he was kind of excited about it. I'm kind of excited about doing a review for him on it. So let's get started. Lucas has served Sir Paddywick Doyle and his estate for most of his life. It is custom for a boy on his 19th birthday to leave his life of servitude and venture into a new life of his own. And so Lucas leaves behind a life of obscurity to take his place in the world. Except Lucas was never meant to leave. And now all hell has been released to find him. Lucas very quickly realizes that Doyle and the other nobles are willing to stop at nothing to bring him home. But why? What could they possibly want with a lowly servant? An uncommon street thief finds her new mark. She can't explain her fascination with Lucas, nor why she chose to help him. Even when the Hollow Men set their sights on her as well. Now she's marked, and all of Limbo is being turned inside out to find them both. Brought together by a simple act of thievery, the runaway and the pickpocket must play a dangerous game of escape before the Hollows and their masters destroy everything that they've built to get to Lucas. What neither Kit nor Lucas understand, however, is that everything that masters have built hinges on Lucas. So as you can tell, it's a thrilling story, and I gotta say, I absolutely loved it from beginning to end. There were some betrayals. There were there were some big betrayals. I'm not going to reveal too much about that. Um, but and um, I don't know if any of you guys have read still tongue tied. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know if you guys have read any of the Charlie Sullivan and the Monster Hunters series, but this book compared to that is so much darker. Because there's a lot of murder, and one of the scenes, um, one of the one of the buildings collapses on top of other people. And at one point, Kit doesn't think that Lucas has survived that, and she's really worried about him. She has no reason. She has no clue why she's worried about him, but she is. Um, so um, it's it's dark, and it's deep, and it's mysterious in the right way. It's it doesn't. I wouldn't really say that it fringes on horror as much as it fringes on suspicion, like mystery, suspense. And that's the way that I would generalize it, is that it's suspenseful. You don't know what's going to happen whenever you turn the page, which is what I like about it, is that it is so suspenseful, and it has a good storyline. Um, and Michael has done a really good job with that. Uh, when I first read the um, title Hollow World, it got me thinking. And when I saw him over at AFW, which was over in Wichita, um, when I saw him at AFW, I said, when I read Hollow World, I think Bleach. You know, and I think Hollow's Bleach, the graphic novel. So I told him that, and he's like, "Oh no, way different, way different." And I didn't believe him. Well, what hollows are these mechanical beings, which is way different from Bleach. So I mean, it was kind of cool that I would bring something up like that to him, even though I was wrong. But you know, hollows are the hollows in these books are cool, because they're mechanical beings, and I don't know what their functions are just yet, but I think that they're used to hunt people down when they need to be hunted down. So I think that's what the functions of the hollows are, and I think that the way that he has written them and the way that my mind sees them is really thrilling and really cool. And I'd be honest with you, I would not want a hollow after me. I'd be like, hollow, I'm out of here. So Michael has done a very good job of putting the fair and and me with the hollows. Um, Lucas, he has a metal arm, and he really doesn't understand why he's being chased, and he really doesn't understand himself that he doesn't understand himself. He has no memories of his past, and he doesn't understand why these people want him back, because like at 19 you get released, and he was super excited that his 19th birthday had come up. So because he found out that he was not going to be released, he decided to run away, which was his mistake, because that, like it said in the book, or like it said where I read it from, that set all hell loose, and everybody started looking for him. He doesn't know why. And then he runs into Kit. Well, actually, Kit runs into him and steals his pocket watch, which would be this right here. And this picture is so cool. I love this picture. Um, here's the back of it. You see the little eye in the plate. At first, I didn't understand that, but you have to read the book to understand it, because I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to explain it to you. I talked to Michael before this, and he said, make sure if you're going to let too much know up, to say something about it. Spoiler alerts. But I'm not going to let you know about this. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to get my big mouth shut this time. If you're really curious about it, you're going to have to read it. um, but um, the artwork is beautiful on this, and I don't know if they said that Michael drew it himself or if one of Michael's friends drew it. I don't remember for sure, um, but I'm sure he will let me know if I'm right or wrong. But for now, I'm going to say that somebody else drew it. He might have drawn it. I'm not sure, but it's beautiful work, and I really enjoyed it. Um, so I've talked about Lucas a little bit, how he doesn't know himself all that well yet, and he doesn't know why they're chasing him. She's a little bit more. You don't know her that well, but you know that she's good at pickpocketing, and how she came to meet Lucas was because Lucas was dressed in his best dressing gear that they had supplied him, and she thought he was rich, so she went and pickpocketed his pocket watch, and he chased after her to get his pocket watch back because it was so dear to him. Um, but she is still kind of mysterious. She's like him. We don't know very much about either one of these characters. We know that Lucas is being chased, and for some odd reason, Kit has decided to help him and keep on helping him. And I will say this: I felt, and this is my own opinion, I felt that from the start of the book, Lucas was a bit of a wimp, and then he kind of grew out of that. I mean, he was shot and he was chased, and I think he got tired of being shot and chased, and he kind of grew a set of balls. And I think in the second book, we will continue to watch both him and Kit grow and progress. And I'm excited to watch the story continue to grow, and I'm excited to read the second book because I want to know who the character is that Michael has left the book with. Um, but without getting into too much detail, the storyline is a terrific story. It's kind of a utopian storyline. You know, it's a world that has riches, poors, and it's it's written really well. And you know, if somebody were to compare it to the Hunger Games, I prefer this to the Hunger Games because I've never been a big Hunger Game fan, but um, I am a fan of this. I am a fan of the Charlie Sullivan series. I have read Chaos Obsidiary. It was really good. I'm working on Yokai Tales. Um, so everything about the McGannons so far has been really really good, and I am glad I actually got to meet them because they are some of the nicest folks out there. If you ever get the chance to run into them at one of the Comic Cons or whatever Comic Con they're at next, make sure to say hi to them, visit with them, chat with them, pick up their books. If you don't get out to Comic Cons, you can find um, Michael McGannon and DC McGannon at themonsterguys.com. If you just want to talk to Michael, you can find him at facebook.com. See Michael McGannon. That's all lowercase. Or on twitter.com at Michael McGannon. Um, if you want to get a hold of DC, I will have that information posted because I don't know that information on the top of my head. I should know that, but I just happen to have Michael's information right here. But I will post that information. But as for this book, I recommend it. I think you can find it on Amazon. I think you can find this, the uh, Charlie Sullivan and the Monster Hunter series on Amazon in Chaos Obsidiary. Once again, C. Michael McGannon is a co-writer with his dad, DC McGannon. They have written the Charlie Sullivan and the Monster Hunter series, Chaos Obsidiary, the Yokai Tales, and Michael has gone on his own with Hollow World. They are also they also DC and Michael also do a podcast called Monster Guys. Give that a listen to. It's well worth your time. But as for my review on Michael's book, I think I'm done. You can find me on Jonathan's Room on Facebook. I'm also on YouTube. I'm also on my own page. If you have any questions, any comments, make sure to comment them on the bottom. If you don't want to leave any comments, send me a PM and I will get back to you. Whatever questions you ask, or if you give me a good comment, I will mention it on one of my videos. So from Jonathan's room, see ya.